compound interest. This is the formula we're going to use for compound interest. Notice A, that's going to be the final amount, which includes the principal and the interest. P is the principal, R is the interest rate, N is the compounding periods in a year, and T is the time. So when we look at this example, we're going to invest $100. That's going to be our P. 4 years is the T. 3.9% as a decimal is 0.039. That's going to be our R. And monthly is going to be our N, which is 12 months in a year. So we're going to take those numbers and substitute them into the given formula. And make sure that you don't leave anything out and you write it in correctly. So the first thing I'm going to do is use a scientific calculator to find the result. Now, before I can use a scientific calculator, I need to recognize or need to find that 12 times 4 is 48. So what I'm going to do the order of operations, which means I do inside the parentheses first, and then we'll work our way out. So let's do the division first, because that comes before addition. So 0.039 divided by 12 plus 1 equals that. Then this is our exponent key. You may have a y to the x or x to the y key, or something a little different. So click that, raise it to the 48th power, and then we're going to times that by 100. And we get 116.85 if we round off correctly. Now let's do it again, but this time let's use a graphing calculator. And with the graphing calculator, or any calculator that has the caret key, housetop key, you may be able to do it the same way. With the scientific, you have to play around with it. But with the graphing calculator, just type it in left or right. 100 parentheses 1 plus 0.039 divided by 12 close parentheses, and then this is our exponent key. Now when I do the exponent with the graphing calculator, I put this exponent inside parentheses, so I don't have to think as much. And I use 12 times 4. That way it does all the work for me. And we get the answer. See that? Now let's do another question similar. Now the formula we're going to use is the same formula as this one, it's just been rearranged. This is like a future value formula. And so what we're going to do, we're going to find, in this case, the P, the principal, because you're told in this example that A includes the principal and the interest, and that's $10,000. 10 is going to be your T. 4.1 as a decimal is 0.041, and that's our R. Monthly is 4, and that's going to be what N is. So let's throw in the numbers, substitute them in. 10,000 is our A. 1 plus 0.041 over 4, because it's compounded quarterly this time, and 4 times 10. Now once again, if I want to use a scientific calculator, the exponent needs to be found first, and that's 40. So let's take out the calculator and see what we can find out. I'm going to do the bottom first. So I'm going to do the division first. 0.041 divided by 4 plus 1. And we get that, and then we're going to raise that to the 40th power. We get 1.5036 7633, I think it's 42. Yeah, you probably want to write down all your decimals depending on how many you're given, but you want to write down quite a few of them. And then our last step is going to be to actually type in 10,000 divided by that big decimal, divided by 1.5036763342 equals 6650.37. Because I rounded up. Now let's do it again with the graphing calculator. Just turn it on. Now I'm going to type in all of this at one time. So I'm going to type in 10,000 divided by, now what I want to do, I actually want to type in all of this. So I'm going to put the 4 times 10 in parentheses. I'm going to put the whole denominator in another set of parentheses. So I'm going to need 2 at the beginning when I do my denominator. 1 plus 0.041 divided by 4, close parentheses, exponent, open, 4 times 10, close, close, enter, and you see the exact same answer. So, in either calculator you want to use, make sure you do the correct order if you're doing scientific, or make sure you use the correct number of parentheses. And it just takes some practice if you're using the graphing calculator.